hope you all are having an amazing day. You are watching Passive Earnings, and today's video is little different than what I usually make on my channel. If you see my channel, I usually share my portfolio and how I'm spending my money or investing my money in the stock market and making gains. In this specific video, I'll be talking about Gen X dividends portfolio. So what I mean by that is I am following Gen X dividend investor who goes by the same channel name and make YouTube videos for about 4 or 5 years, and he had shared his portfolio and how he has retired with over $2 million invested in blue chip stocks, and how he's making close to $100,000 every single year just by investing in these blue chip companies and receiving dividends from them. But in this video, I want to give his portfolio an update, or you can call it an idea or an aspect which I think if he follows or if he implements, then he can double, or in some cases more than double, his returns as well. So if you're interested in that, or Gen X Dividend Investor channel, I think this video is for you. This video, I've worked on it, created this portfolio that he has shared, took a screenshot, added all the values. If you see here, what I'm doing is I'm taking all the financial data live, meaning it's a active implementation of Google Finance sheet with the current value of Apple stock. Same goes for all these stocks that you see here. So all of these are the actual price of all of these shares that you see, along with the quantities that he holds. So his investment value is 317,000 in Apple, close to 261,000 in Microsoft, and so on and so forth. But he's basically mainly generating $100,000 of dividend income on close to 2.1 million US dollars invested portfolio. So now this value is a really big number, since he has invested for about more than 2 decades, I believe. So his portfolio value is 2.1 million. For anyone who's starting now, I think I wanted to give a different twist to it. And as you see here, I have calculated covered call for 10 days with the delta of 0.15 to 0.25, and covered calls for 30 days with the delta of 0.17 to 0.20. What that means is, if he starts selling covered calls on all of these shares, he would be accumulating this much money over time for each of these shares in 10 days in this case, and in 30 days in this case. So if he sells a covered call 30 days out, with this delta, he will be making how much money is what I'm gonna share for each of these stocks. And I am pretty sure that if you have not been looking into covered calls or cash secured puts, then you'd be surprised with how much money these covered call options can generate. All you need to do is you need to own these shares, which he already owns. So Gen X Dividend, if you are watching this, no, I'm a big fan, and wanted to give a different aspects instead of asking you to hold QYLD or JEPI or JEPQ. I just want you to hold the same blue chip stocks and start generating income on what the stocks that you already have. So how I calculated these is through my portfolio. I'll show you my portfolio as well in a minute, but this is how I calculated the value. So Apple stock got beaten bad today, down 3.76%. Current value is 182. So if you were to go 30 days out and sell a covered call with 1,700 shares, meaning one meaning 17 covered call options you can sell. So with a price of around $195, if you were to select this with, and you can see the Greeks here as well, so 0.15 delta here. So if you were to select this, you will be making 0.84 times 17, which basically 0.84 times 17, which basically would be 14.28 per share, meaning $1,428 just for from Apple 1,700 shares that you have. So pretty much that's how I calculated. I did it a couple days back, so these values may reflect differently. But if you see here, let me change the color. This is how much you can make in 10 days, and this is how much, roughly how much you can make in 30 days, and so on and so forth. So if I select all of these and turn the color of the text black, you'll see all of these covered call options will give you this much money generated in just 10 days. And pretty much double of that is how much you can generate for in 30 days time period. But again, this is little more hands off, I would say, compared to this. So this is 10 days options, and this is 30 days options. So you would not see 3 times, but close to 2 times as the theta decay occurs in the options strategy. So what you see here is, with an investment of $2.1 million, you can easily make, if you start selling covered calls, $5,687. And again, this number is not perfect in today's time, because there's some more volatility in the stock market. But what I'm trying to say is, this gives a good ballpark of where how much you can make in 10 days if you start selling options of the already owned shares. So close to $5,000 to round off, we can say. And if you see here, for Duke, for BTI, British Tobacco, and O here, which is realty income, you don't you don't actually be selling any covered calls, because these are paying close to zero, or in some cases actual $0 for covered calls that are with this much delta. So even without using all of these shares, Duke, BTEI, and O shares, you'd still be able to make $5,000 for every 10 days. Same goes for 30. And if you just sell a covered call options for 30 days time period, you'd still be making $10,000. That would still be more than what you are currently making in passive dividend incomes from $2.1 million dollar stock portfolio. The worst case scenario in this could happen is that the price of the Apple or Microsoft or any other company that you're selling covered call for may go up in value, and you might have to buy the shares. At that time, you just buy them back and sell again covered call. But by this way, at least you'll be able to twice your income, monthly income. So that would give you a great opportunity to reinvest this money in other stocks or buy the same stocks, and make these 1,800 maybe, with the next $10,000 that you invest, or maybe increase your Microsoft holdings to $800, 800 quantity, and so on and so forth. So that's about it. Just wanted to show you guys these three things. A portfolio that I copied from Gen X Dividend investor. A big shout out to him. If you haven't already checked his channel, go ahead, subscribe to his channel. Amazing content that he makes. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is my own portfolio, which currently stands at $84,000, and my strategy is mainly selling cash secured puts and covered calls on the stocks that I already own. And then third thing was the calculation, the numbers that I wanted to show you guys, which I showed you. In 10 days you can make $5,000+ if you have these many stocks in your brokerage account. And for each 10 days, like for 30 days, apparently you can make more than $15,000 every single month. So that's how you can 2x or 3x your investment. That's about it. I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and like this kind of content, please make sure to do so. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and share it with Gen X Dividend investor if you know him or follow him. Let me know if you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself and people around you. Goodbye.